I thought that we would start off with the journey from your first book, which was The Kite Runner.
Yes.
When it came out in hardback, 5, 6 people at
It was tough. Leading up to the publication, your publisher is so confident the book's going to be is enormous success. And a part of you starts to believe it. You're like, well, yeah. this is going to rock. This is going to be great. And the book comes out, and you realize it's just a little book in a sea of books. And then you start kind of going to the bookstore and kind of, stalking your own book, see if is anybody looking at it. The low point was when I did a book reading in Fremont, of all places, in the Bay Area, which is my hometown.
From, right?
Yeah, not only is my home, but Fremont is like the hub of the Afghan immigrant community in this whole country. There are more Afghans in Fremont than anywhere else in the world, with the exception of Afghanistan, Iran, and Pakistan. So I was like, this is a slam dunk. I'm gonna have a full house. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna sell like 15 books or something. I went, and I swear, kid you not, there was one person. And it was
what a nice audience.
I know. There's thank you so much. It was 120 some odd chairs. There was one person. But I'm kind of glad I went through all that, because it
made you appreciate.
Well, yeah. I see these folks here, and I'm very grateful. I'm not being flippant about it. I really am touched and grateful. But it looked like nobody was reading it, and then it came out in paperback and just took off. And even so, I refused to kind of believe it. And then a couple of things happened where I said, okay, now it is. One was I was on an airplane, and I was sitting in my seat, and there was a woman next to me, and she was like reading my book, and I looked over, and she's like, oh my God, she's reading my book. And she was really into it. The second one was really bizarre, because I was home and I was kind of channel surfing, and I changed the channel literally perfectly in time to find myself as the answer to a Jeopardy question.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I was
you made it.
I know. And the guy goes, you wrote, and I was like, who is me? And at that point, I said, maybe I can, maybe I can do this for a living now, because, I was still practicing medicine.
I was going to say, that was the next thing I want to talk to you about. You have come to this profession in kind of an odd route.
Yes.
Because you were an internal medicine doctor, is that right?
So for all budding novelists, here's my piece of advice on how you become a best-selling author. First, become a political refugee and go to a country you've never been in. Then spend about a year or two learning the language. Then go to school, work really hard and do well, and then choose something that will take you about 10 years, like medicine. And then
easy route.
Yes. And then at some point, when you're a physician and you're in your career, then start thinking about writing, and then write your first novel, and then make sure you hit a home run with it. And that's sort of my advice.
Nama zemal kaza sajda kay bashadwa sajda kay bashadwa chuna futab ayat bego sajda kay Futab ayat begon sajda kare bashayat pani ma pani ba ma re ma pani ba ma re